I got to talk about adolescence. Please, it came out last week. It's been #1 ever since. People on social media are calling you the greatest British actor of all time, by the way. Oh. Yeah, plug your ears. Sorry. You also co-wrote the series.
Yeah.
How do we set up what this is about?
It's the story of a young boy who's convicted of a murder. It's a young boy who kills a young girl. I'm not doing any spoilers because we found out straight away, and as a collective, we didn't want it to be a whodunit. We wanted it to be more of a why he did it. Do you know what I mean? So what we kind of did was, I read an article in the paper. It was about a young boy who stabbed a young girl to death, and then there was a couple of months later on the news there was a piece about a young boy who stabbed a young girl to death, and these were at opposite ends of the country. And if I'm really honest with you, Jim, it hurt my heart. And I just think, what kind of a society we're living in at the moment where young boys are stabbing young girls? And you know that beautiful saying, it takes a village to raise a child? Well, I just thought, what if we're all kind of accountable? You know, the education system, parenting, the community, the government. And also, when we were kids, we didn't have social media. So if we were in our rooms, when we were kids, we were either playing out in the streets, weren't we? Or we were in our rooms, like drawing pictures or playing keyboards or something. We didn't have the accessibility to all of this stuff in the world that really influences young minds. And I wanted to take a look at it. I'm not blaming anyone. I just thought maybe we're all accountable and we should, have a conversation about it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's really great. You're right. Sorry.
It's a heavy subject.
Yeah.
But I think it's something that we need to look at.
Yeah.
As a society, basically.
I watched the first episode of this 4, and I'm just like, I was shook and just going like, I just felt the heat, and I felt like I was in the scene with you. I also will say every episode is filmed with one shot. One continuous shot. Doesn't cut to something. You won't believe this. How did you even pull that off?
Well, what we do is, our fantastic director, Phil Barentini, he's a mate. He was with us both in Band of Brothers back in the day. Yeah. Hey. So that was a long time ago. Yeah. And basically what we do is we spend the first week going through the script. So it's like a play. We really dissect it and we make sure that everyone's on the same page, literally, and we know what we're doing and why we're saying the things. And what was great was Jack Thorne, who is one of our finest writers, he was on set with us. So we had me, Jack, and Phil. And the cast really get to understand the language and what we're doing in the text. And then the second week, you choreograph it with Matt Lewis, who's our camera operator. Yeah. So we did the whole thing, and then it's a ballet. So then you construct the whole scene, because some of it we go from a living room, from the bedroom upstairs down into a car, to the prisons, to the police station. So it's all one continuous movement.
What if someone makes a mistake?
Well, then you know what it's like. You just kind of carry on, unless it's one of those things where the lights went out one time in the police station, so we had to stop. But the first episode that you see is the second take. That's the second take we had in its entirety. And then the final episode, that's the 14th take. But can I just say, look, the crews that we work with, they're the people that make us look great, you know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. We take the glory. Yeah. But the camera operators, the sound department, I mean, you've got your wonderful band and they're just phenomenal. But with this particular piece, I've never been so in sync with a crew ever, because we're all on the same ship together, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as the whistle goes, it's all of us as a collective trying to achieve that one objective. It's just beautiful.
I actually have footage that you brought of doing one scene.
Oh, this is the bit with Christine. So
look. So this is
Christine Marco.
Oh, she's phenomenal.
She's brilliant, isn't she? And what happens there is,
that's one camera.
Matt passes the camera. Lee is passing the camera up to Matt there.
Look at this.
And he keeps the focus on Christine.
How?
As she walks into the bedroom.
Gosh.
See, but it's the ingenuity. Thank you.
Congrats on the series, and thank you so much for coming to talk to us. And please come back whenever you're in town.
I'd love to, that'd be great.
You're the best. I want to show a clip. Here's Stephen Graham in Adolescence. Take a look at this.